The Colorado Rockies add another power bat, acquiring outfielder Randal Grichuk and cash from the Toronto Blue Jays for outfielder Raimel Tapia and minor league infielder Adrian Pinto. Original credit to Mark Feinsand. If I butcher any of these names, my apologies. Enjoy the May and June months, Rockies fans. When July and August hit, he is invisible. Yes, sir, that is correct. By nice fellow named AJ Plays. Point aside, so yeah, I came home from a class today, and all I see is that Randal Grichuk, we actually did pull a trigger, and we sent him to another team. Damn, it's kind of bittersweet in a way as a Jays fan. Welcome to the AJ Plays channel, guys, and today I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts on the Randal Grichuk trade, and maybe a little bit of the Matt Chapman deal as well, because I never really went over that. So actually, here, we'll start with the Chapman deal. I think we stole him from the Athletics. Completely stole him. All we really gave up of significance, in my opinion, was the draft pick, Gunnar Hoglund. You don't exactly know what he can turn into in the future, but he was a first-round pick in 2021. Seemed like a solid prospect to me. I thought he could possibly be something bigger in the future. Unfortunately, he's gone now, but we also gave up Kevin Smith, Zach Logue, and Kirby Snead. Logue was always in the minors last year, and Smith did very mediocre to below average last year with the Jays on the roster. So I feel that Chapman, he is a really good defensive third baseman. He's also a really good hitter, which is perfect. He can fill the role that Simeon left behind. We did recently sign him to a 2-year, $25 million extension, so we're avoiding his arbitration for next year, which is perfect. So as much as, Matt Chapman, this happened a week ago. Everybody knows about this by now. So just a quick summary of that and my thoughts. I love the deal, but this Grichuk deal, I find it a little bit bittersweet, mainly because Grichuk, for me, I always did like the guy, and especially in 2018 and 2019, he was a very bright spot on a crappy Jays team. Now the thing is, for me though, as I said in my little tweet at the beginning, he can hit like the best all-star you've ever seen from the months of May to June. His game starts to decline a little bit in July, but by the end of the season in August and September, he's a bench guy. He can't play a consistent 162 game season. He can't go all the way. For some reason, that's what I find. His bat just disappears out of the lineup. And then from there, because last year the Jays had a lot of depth, we had Lourdes Gurriel Jr., George Springer, and Teoscar Hernandez. We had all of them in the outfield. Then we had Danny Jansen behind the plate, Alejandro Kirk as the DH, Corey Dickerson and Gerard Dyson, both of those guys as extra outfielders. There wasn't even a role for Grichuk on this team anymore, and even now that the Jays are in on the hunt for Brett Gardner, which I'd actually really like, a nice left-handed bat in the lineup, what we got in return, Raimel Tapia. Like last year, he had 273 batting average. He had 133 hits and 487 at-bats. Not bad whatsoever. That was actually a good season. He's 28. He just turned 28 this past February, so not really that bad. 50 RBI, 6 home runs. Okay, he's not bad for a good fourth option for the Jays situation right now, because in the system we still have guys like Josh Palacios, who can definitely see some time in the big leagues this year. We do also have Kevin Biggio, who can play some right field, and I think he can also play a little bit around everywhere in the diamond. He's a very versatile player who can play a lot of positions. You have a lot of flexibility with your lineup and your players, and I feel like Randal Grichuk, as much as his depth could have been appreciated, who knows how much it was exactly needed for the team. So you never know what can happen with a new team in Colorado. For all I know, because that's how every Toronto athlete works, they're going to leave here, become a superstar. He's going to hit 40 home runs, and somehow the Rockies are going to make the playoffs. They'll be the third wildcard team. I don't know what to tell you. To me, it's bittersweet, though, because I did like Grichuk as a player. He was one of my favorites until guys like Lourdes Gurriel and Bo Bichette came along. Alejandro Kirk, those are probably my top 3 right now on the Jays. My favorites, that is. He always seemed like the guy who you can rely on to hit the home run. Back in the days where we had to deal with Justin Smoke and Rowdy Tellez as some of our, designated hitters and first basemen. I want to just thank Grichuk personally for sticking around during all the hard times with the Blue Jays. It may have been because you got paid, but you know what? I'm just happy that your services were here, and we do appreciate them. I'm happy for you. Happy to see what the future holds for you. Wish you the best of luck in Colorado. And now, with that being said, the Jays do have still a solid team in the outfield. Again, Lourdes Gurriel, they did not trade this offseason. Thank goodness. George Springer wasn't going anywhere. Teoscar Hernandez. I saw another report saying that they were shopping around Hernandez for to the Marlins for third baseman Anderson and another starting pitcher. All they had to do was open up their wallets to pay Kikuchi, and he's now going to be our third, fourth, fifth pitcher in the rotation. Damn, we have a deep rotation. And Matt Chapman, we just have to give up a couple, mediocre AAA guys, plus one or two long shot what if prospects. So we did not need to give up Teoscar Hernandez, someone who just had a all-star caliber season. He was an all-star starter in 2021, and we were debating on giving him up for Brian Anderson for Grichuk to play right field. My apologies, Shakins or Shitkids or whatever your name is, but that to me is a bullshit trade. I don't know why you were even debating it before the lockout happened. Going back to what I was saying, Gurriel, Springer, and Hernandez in the outfield is solid. Biggio can get some time in the outfield. Palacios could be a potential option there. I keep forgetting this guy's name. Tapia. Listen, my apologies if I'm butchering names. I am not the best at this, but all I'm going to say is that we did not get any worse today. We did not get any better for sure, but losing Grichuk is not the biggest blow of all time to the Jays, and I'm more than happy to have Chapman here, and I can't wait to see what Grichuk can do in the future as a Colorado Rocky. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.